So we're going to go through it step by step. There's a lot of Xiegu G90 videos out there. I hope this one is for whoever buys one to actually use in the field. I'm going to go through everything that I got here set up. It's taken me about a year to hammer out the kinks. I'm still figuring stuff out. So, spider beam, 7-meter spider beam pole, carbon fiber. I sewed this harness, which not only allows it to attach to the bag, I can clip it on my motorcycle, and I've got 2 straps here for mounting it. These just go around whatever I'm mounting it to, and like that. This the strap here comes undone and wraps around my luggage rack on motorcycle to keep it intact. Okay, so I originally had a homemade bag. I ended up just going back to this, I think it's a sapper's bag. You can get it at Army Surplus Store. Camouflage. Lots of pockets. Narrow. Fits on my motorcycle. I can hike with it. Can't really carry much else, but it carries all the radio gear, which is what this is about. So in the outer pocket, I just threw everything back in here, but I want to show you everything as it is with, if I had it in the field. The only thing that I do not have packed away is the antenna. This coax goes up to a 66-foot dipole with a 1-to-1 balun splitting the dipole. We'll go over that later. I have 3 antennas. This is an NVIS near vertical incident skywave propagation antenna, and this goes in 4 directions, so I get 2 bands. And an end-fed this is just a gear bag. I've got lots of extra fittings, RGB fittings, all that kind of stuff. A lighter, tape. This is sort of the do-it-all antenna. 49-to-1 balun and a terminating transistor resistor. I got this spool, salmon rod spool, to spool out the antenna, just because I don't want to break the strand wire wrapping it around a winder like this guy. Made it myself. It's made out of Kydex or sheet plastic, easy to cut, but this is too long to set up. So in the top pouch, I've got the microphone. Comes with the Xiegu. I'll show you that in a minute. I got a pair of headphones and green paracord 50-foot. I mean, if you don't have paracord, then you're watching the wrong video. Got to get paracord. In this, I've got the laptop. So this allows for all the data. Go over that in a minute. The thing I like about this pack is that it opens up clamshell style, so I can flip this right open and get the camera closer here. So this is the coax that I have running to the NFED, but right now this is the coax that's running to the roof. Everything else is isolated in this bag. Terrible first video. Okay, so with the Xiegu G90, I'm going to start at the back. It's a mess. So I made the case. Again, it's kind of like a Kydex plastic you can get at most plastic stores. I have a little stand here that flips it up so that the fan, which is just a computer fan, has airflow going in. The back end here stand by. The back end, okay, so this is the ground, and that has a ferrite on it. This is power, it's got a ferrite core. This is the ACC that goes to the output, and the keyer, which goes to the Morse code paddle. This is the coax going to the roof, and the power. So I wired in a switch here that goes to the battery, and that powers on the fan. In here I also have a 6 amp hour battery, Bioeno. I haven't run it enough out in the field to, I mean, it lasted all day last time, but I haven't actually run it transmitting and receiving. Got a paddle, Morse codes on the list. This is actually goes around my leg, and so it holds the paddle in place. So the battery has a charging adapter, and that is usually plugged in when it's on my desk, and it keeps it at constant voltage, 14. So we just plug the power in, turn the fan on. Right? So it's got airflow. So with the Xiegu G90, the faceplate's detachable, and I detached it. So running into this wire management system is the ACC and the faceplate interface cable. And then we've got a ground over on this side. The ground I have plugged in to an actual plug in my house. But if I was out in the field, this ground wire would be going to a peg that would just be going into the ground. Okay, I'll just shut the fan off for now. Also feeding, right, so this is the ACC, and what you can see is that it's just audio in, audio out into a USB. Cheap, got it off Amazon. I don't know, it's cheap, but it takes the 3-pole, 3.5 millimeter audio, and converts it to USB, which then feeds into the computer. The line in, which goes from the faceplate and then we attach the faceplate I just detached it because if I'm transporting it, I don't want to have any sort of stress on this cable connection. And I keep it protected underneath the these sort of handles on the G90. Okay, so with that plugged in, that runs back into the cable, and both of these, the AGC and the line out, both plug in to this USB port adapter, which plugs into the laptop. I've marked the USB because once you set up all the digital modes, the COM that you selected, COM 1, 2, 3, well, 4, 5, 6, so on, will be remembered by whatever program you're running, and so you want to keep these two in the same position. Okay, now that we have the faceplate detached, we've got the line out and the ACC. ACC comes from the back of the Xiegu of the radio, and the line out goes to the faceplate. These then plugs into the laptop. We've got the ACC, which is the two audio jacks, which we will rename, and then we have the line in, which is going to the faceplate. Okay, next, plug in the headphones and plug in the mic.